Hi friends, welcome to this channel. I am Abhishek sir and we are continuing the journey of class 9 mathematics. In that we are doing chapter 2, that is polynomials. In part 1 we have studied all the basic concepts and exercise 2.1. Now let us go for the next topic, that is finding value of polynomials at any value of variables, and then we'll move on to finding zeros of polynomial, and then finally we will also solve step by step every question of exercise 2.2, right? So let us start our journey with the first topic, that is finding value of polynomial. So for that we have to take a random example. Let us take polynomial of variable x or polynomial in variable x. So this is how you will denote any polynomial. Let us take a polynomial 3x square minus 2x plus 1. Okay, and let us find its value. Let us find its value at x equals to 2. Clear? So what we have to do is to replace the variable with this value. Okay, now if we are replacing x with the value, we have to write or represent the polynomial as p of 2, right? So now instead of x we have to put 2 in this equation. So it will become 3 into 2 square minus 2 into 2 plus 1. What we did is we replaced x with the values. Here you can see it clearly. I have replaced all the values of x with 2. Now solve it. 3 into 2 square is 4 minus 2 to the 4 plus 1. So 3 4s are 12 minus 4 plus 1. You can solve this orally as 12 minus 4 is 8, 8 plus 1 is 9. So final answer of P of 2 is 9. That certainly means value of P of x at x equals to 2 is 9. Clear? So that is how you will put the values. If we want to have another value, suppose let us take the same polynomial but now at x equals to minus 1. Let us take a minus number, right? So it will be easy for you. Now the polynomial will become p of minus 1, 3 into minus 1 whole square minus 2 into minus 1 plus 1. Clear? So what I did, I replaced x with minus 1. Now 3 into minus 1 whole square, that is minus 1 into minus 1, and if you multiply negative with negative, it will always be positive. So it will be 3 ones are 3. Minus into minus. Okay, so minus into minus will be plus, and 2 ones are 2 plus 1. So final answer will be 3 plus 2 plus 1, and that is nothing but 6, right? So we can say that value of P of x at x equals to minus 1 is 6. So that is how we just replace the variable with the number to find out the value of the whole polynomial. Clear? Now moving on to the next and very important topic, that is zero of the polynomial, right? You will have to remember this concept as in word only, zero, zero of a polynomial. Okay, now what do you mean by zero of a polynomial? I have made my own definition and then we'll write the textbook definition as well, seeing an example. Okay, so my definition is, it is the value of a variable. What it is? It is the value of variable which when put results the value of whole polynomial as 0. right? So 0 of the polynomial is nothing but a number. Okay, first of all, it is a number which we put in place of variable. The value of whole polynomial will become 0. Clear? So let us study that with an example. Okay, so let us take an example. Let us take one example, x square minus 4. Okay, we have a polynomial p of x which is x square minus 4. Now let us take the value of the polynomial as 2. Okay, so what will be the answer? P of x will become p of 2. Here we will put 2 in place of x, and here it is 2 square is 4 minus 4. So finally p of 2 answer becomes 0. Clear? Now you have to relate with the definition. Okay, it is the value of the variable which when put results the value of whole polynomial as 0. So 2 is called the 0 of polynomial p of x, that is x square minus 4. Clear? So let us now conclude this topic with the textbook definition. Right? It is given on page number 33. A 0 of the polynomial p of x. A 0 of polynomial p of x is a number. Let us assume that number c such that p of c equals to 0. Okay, so this is the textbook definition. This is my own definition. I hope you are clear with the word 0 of polynomial. It is that value of the variable which when put inside the value of the polynomial gives 0 as the final answer. That is why it is called 0 of a polynomial. Note that 0 of the polynomial is also called as root of the polynomial. So these are one and the same things but having different names. So always remember, root of polynomial and 0 of polynomial is one of the same thing. Moving ahead, let us see. So let us see what are the various types of question which may be asked, which are based on zeros of polynomial. So first question that may be asked is check or verify whether any given number is 0 of the polynomial or not. Clear? So let us see an example that the question might be check whether 2 is 0 of a polynomial p of x, that is x square minus 2x. Okay, so they will be giving a polynomial and they will ask you whether this given number is 0 or not. Verify. So in this question we just have to put the value, and if the overall value becomes 0 then you have to write yes or no. So your answer will be in yes or no. So write p of x equals to x square minus 2x, then put the value in the polynomial. 2 square is 4, 2 2s are 4. P of 2 comes out to be 0. That means answer is yes. Clear? If p of any number doesn't come out to be 0, then only you will write no. Okay, so this is the first type of question. Now very important, another type of question that may be asked is find the 0 of the polynomial. So it will be like find the 0 of polynomial p of x, that is x minus 5. Okay, so we have to think little bit differently. In this, we have to assume that we are finding a number which will always give the whole value as 0. So if any number is there and we put over here, that overall answer will be 0. So how to do this? We just have to compare the variable with 0, as here it will be exactly 0. So it will be like x minus 5 equals to 0. Then you have to find out the variable. So minus 5 over here will become plus 5. Clear? So that is how you found a value which when put gives overall result 0. That is why we put p of x as 0 already. Clear? You can verify it also. P of x is x minus 5. If you put p equals to 5, it will be 5 minus 5. P of 5 will be 0. So you don't have to verify it actually, you just have to find out the value. So these kind of questions may be asked. Clear? So now let us move towards exercise 2.2. But before that, we have some common observations while studying zeros of the polynomial. First of all, a zero of a polynomial need not always be 0. Okay, it may be any number. You can see here it is plus 5. Clear? Second observation is, again, if you are solving many questions, you may find or conclude that the number 0 may also be a 0 of polynomial. Clear? That means if you put 0 in place of variable, it will be 0. Clear? Next conclusion is every linear polynomial has one and only one zero. For example, this linear, I hope you remember those who are having the highest power as 1. Clear? So every linear polynomial has one and only one zero. And any other polynomial, it can have more than one zero as well. So now let us start exercise 2.2. So question number 1 says, find the value of p of x 5x minus 4x square plus 3 at different values of x. So let us start. We will write p of x first of all, that is 5x minus 4x square plus 3, and then we'll put the value. So we only have to replace the variable with the value. So here we have 5 zeros are 0, minus 4 into 0 square is 0, and plus 3 will be repeated, giving the final answer of p of 0 as plus 3. Moving on to the next, again we have to write what is p of x, that is 5x minus 4x square plus 3. Putting the value minus 1, it will be 5 into minus 1 minus 4 into minus 1 whole square plus 3. Minus sums are always little bit twisting because you have to take care of the sign. So 5 into minus 1 is minus 5. Here minus 1 square is plus 1. Okay, so it will be 4 into plus 1. But we have minus sign over here, so ultimately it will be 4 into plus 1, 4. Clear? Plus 3. Now this you can solve orally. Minus 5 and minus 4 is minus 9, and minus 9 plus 3. So minus 9 plus 3 is minus 6. So what do we get? P of minus 1 as minus 6. Moving on to the next question. Again, p of x equals to 5x minus 4x square plus 3. P of 2, so it will be 5 into 2 minus 4 into 2 square plus 3. 5 is a 10 minus 4 into 2 square, that is 4 plus 3. Now one step I am increasing just to simplify it. It will be 10 minus 4 4 is a 16 plus 3. Okay, now again we have to do some oral calculations. All the numbers which are in addition, 10 plus 3 13 minus 16, minus 3 will come, or else 10 minus 16 minus 6 plus 3 minus 3. Ultimately you are getting the answer p of 2 is minus 3. So that is how you will solve the question. Just put the value in place of variable, you will get the answer. Moving on to question number 2. The question 2 is again the same kind of question, but in this we have to find 3 different values. Okay, for every polynomial 4 questions are given. We have to find out p of 0, p of 1, p of 2. So quickly starting, so let us start with p of 0. As I have already written the question, I will not repeat it, just put the values. P of 0, so 0 square minus 0 plus 1. Now this is horizontal solution, so you go like this. 0 square is 0 minus 0 plus 1, so final answer is 1. So p of 0 is 1. Moving on to p of 1, so it is 1 square minus 1 plus 1. 1 square is 1 minus 1 plus 1. 1 minus 1 0, final answer is 1. Clear? Finally, moving on to p of 2. This is 2 square minus 2 plus 1. So 2 square is 4, then minus 2 plus 1. So 4 minus 2 2, 2 plus 1 1. Sorry, 2 plus 1 3. So final answer is 3. See, likewise we will go for question number 2. What is question number 2? Question number 2 is p of t equals to 2 plus t plus 2t square minus t cube. So putting the values, so p of 0 will be 2 plus 0 plus 2 into 0 square minus 0 cube. Okay, so that will be 2 plus 0 plus 0 minus 0. So final answer is 2. So p of 0 is 2. What is p of 1? 2 plus 1 plus 2 into 1 square minus 1 cube. What I did? I just put t. I have just replaced t with 1. So it is 2 plus 1 plus 2 into 1 square is 2 and minus 1 cube is 1. So 2 plus 1 plus 2, that makes it 5, and 5 minus 1 is 4. So p of 1 is 4. Finally going on to p of 2. So it is 2 plus 2 plus 2 into 2 square minus 2 cube. Now this will need little bit calculation. So it is 2 plus 2 plus 2 into 2 square. So I am writing like this, 2 into 4 minus 2 cube is 8. So it is 2 plus 2 plus 2 4 8 minus 8. So 8 will be cancelled. Final answer will be 4. So this is how you will get the answer. Moving on to the third one. Here we have question number 3. This polynomial is only x cube. So whatever values are there will only be cube. So it will be 0 cube, final answer 0, 1 cube, final answer 1, and 2 cube, final answer 8. Okay, so this is how you will solve. Now moving on to the next question. In the next question you can solve by 2 methods. Either you are not removing these brackets, you are just putting the values directly, or else what you do is you solve the brackets. So that is x square minus 1. It is a minus b, a plus b. Clear? So that makes x square minus 1. Now you can easily put the value. So p of 0 will become 0 square minus 1, that is minus 1. P of 1 will become 1 square minus 1, that is 1 minus 1, 0. And p of 2 will become 2 square minus 1, that is 4 minus 1, 3. Clear? So that is the end of question number 2. Moving on to question number 3. Question number 3 is verify whether the following are zeros of polynomial or not. Right? So here the answer will be in yes or no only. If the final value is 0, then yes. If it is not 0, then no. So our answer will only be in yes or no. Clear? Verification means putting and showing the actual calculation. Okay. So for your convenience and saving our time, I have solved the first 2 questions. I'll tell you, p of x is 3 of x plus 1. 3x plus 1 at x equals to minus 1 by 3. So we have to put the value of x in the polynomial. If the answer is 0, then you write yes. So here we can say 3 into 1 by 3, 3 cancelled, minus 1 plus 1 is 0. So putting the value of whole polynomial becomes 0, so that is why it is yes. Minus 1 by 3 is the 0 of polynomial 3x plus 1. Moving on to the second question, it is somewhat twisted, 5x minus pi, right? We all know that the value of pi is 22 by 7, clear? So we have to put x equals to 4 by 5. So putting x equals to 4 by 5, 5 gets cancelled and it is 4 minus pi, right? So ultimately we are not going for the calculation, but we all know that even if we calculate this, the answer will not become 0. So this value is not the 0 of this polynomial. Question number 3 says, in question 3 we have x square minus 1 at x equals to 1 and minus 1. Two values are given, that is why we have to solve it 2 times. So p of 1 is 1 square minus 1, that is 1 minus 1, 0. So it is yes. P of minus 1 is again minus 1 square minus 1, minus 1 square is plus 1, plus 1 minus 1 is 0. So again we have to write yes over here. So yes, it is the 0. Next question, p of x, x plus 1, x minus 2, both in the brackets, and again we have two different values. So right now I am not solving the bracket, we are just putting the values inside the bracket only, and let us check. So we have put x equals to minus 1, so it becomes minus 1 plus 1, minus 1 minus 2. Now first bracket becomes 0, second bracket becomes minus 3, but 0 into anything is 0, so answer again will be yes. Putting the value of x as 2, it is 2 plus 1 into 2 minus 2. 2 plus 1 is 3, but 2 minus 2 is 0, and anything multiplied with 0 is 0. So final value becomes 0. So yes, they both are the zeros of this polynomial. Clear? Fifth question, very easy one. P of x is x square, and they have told you to find out the value of polynomial at 0. Is it 0? Yes, 0 square is 0. So 0 is the polynomial's 0, Z-E-R-O. It is the 0 of P of x. Next question says P of x is Lx plus m. Now this is a very special question, as we don't have any value but only variables. In that also we can find the zeros. So we have to put x equals to minus m by L and verify. So putting m minus m by L in place of x, keeping everything same, L will be cancelled, so it will be minus m plus m is 0. So finally what we will write in the answer, that yes, minus m by L is the 0 of the polynomial. Clear? Next question is a normal one. You can see p of x 3x square minus 1, but you see the value of x given. It is, first of all, it is fraction, then it is in root, so you will naturally find it little bit confusing. But let us solve it. P of minus 1 by root 3, it is very easy. Minus 1 upon root 3 whole square minus 1. Let us see what happens. What is the square of negative? Minus square is always positive, so we don't have to put minus. What is 1 square? 1 square is 1. What is root 3 square? So always if you multiply root with any root, same number, it will be the same number. So root 3 square is 3 minus 1. Now 3 and 3 will be cancelled, so it is 1 minus 1, and that is 0. See, it was very easy. Don't worry about the roots. So here we will write yes, it was the 0 of polynomial. Moving for the second, 2 by root 3. So again following the same procedure, 2 by root 3 whole square minus 1. So that will be 3 into 2 square is 4, root 3 square is 3 minus 1. 3 will be cancelled, and 4 minus 1 will be 3. As we see, P of 2 by root 3 is not equal to 0. So we will write in the answer that no, this is not a 0 of the polynomial. Moving on to the last question. Now let us verify the last one, that is 2x plus 1 x equals to 1 by 2, whether it is the 0 of this polynomial or not. So putting 1 by 2 in place of x, it will be 2 into 1 by 2 plus 1. 2 will be cancelled, but finally it will be 1 plus 1, 2. So we can see that if you put x equals to 1 by 2, the value is not 0. So that is why our answer is no, this is not the 0. So question 3 ends here. Let us move on to the last question of this exercise, that is question number 4. Now the last question is find the zeros of the following polynomial. Find the zeros, we just have to compare the polynomial with 0. Okay, so comparing this with 0, x plus 5 equals to 0, plus 5 goes over there, it becomes minus 5. So minus 5 is the 0 of polynomial p of x. You have to write like this. Okay, I'm not going to repeat this, but you just see the process. Over here it will be x minus 5 equals to 0. Minus 5 goes on this side, x equals to plus 5. So plus 5 is the 0. Over here it is 2x plus 5 equals to 0. See carefully, plus 5 goes on this side, 2x equals to minus 5. Then if 2x equals to minus 5, what is x? X is minus 5 by 2. Clear? So minus 5 by 2 is the 0. Over here we have 3x minus 2 equals to 0. 3x equals to minus 2 goes on this side, becomes plus 2. X equals to 2 by 3. So 2 by 3 is the 0. I'm putting square in every answer. Okay. Now p of x equals to 3x. So 3x equals to 0. X equals to 0 by 3. That means x equals to 0. Clear? Over here last two no values are given, but again we will follow the same procedure. So if p of x is ax, that means to find 0 we have to compare it with 0. So x equals to 0 upon a, and that means it is 0 as well. Over here it is cx plus d equals to 0. Cx equals to plus d will go on this side, becomes minus d. So finally x equals to minus d upon c. So this is our answer. So this is how you will solve find the zeros. Compare it with 0, find the value of different variables. Clear? So this is all about this exercise. Exercise 2.2 is over now. 1, 2, 3, 4 question all we have solved, and now we shall study the next concept in the next part. So for that, subscribe the channel, keep on watching another subject videos as well. Thank you, stay tuned.